In today's video, we're going over the best settings and how you guys can increase your movement speed in Warzone 3. There's a lot of changes in the Modern Warfare 3 integration update, and there's a lot of settings you guys can switch around, especially if you guys haven't checked out your settings recently. So with that being said, if you guys do enjoy today's video and learn something new, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And just as a quick heads up, yes, all these settings in today's video works on both PC and console. So with that being said, let's hop straight into the best movement settings. So the first thing we'll look at in today's video is my button layout. I play on default flipped, but you guys should probably play on something like bumper jumper. The reason why I play on default is because I play claw, or if you guys have paddles on your controller. But if you guys don't play claw or have paddles, you guys definitely want to use a different button layout. Now keep in mind, this might take some time to get used to, but it's going to help so much in the long run when it comes to your movement. You can run around, shoot, and drop shot all at the same time while tracking players. And if you guys hold the controller the normal way with default, you're not going to be able to do that. So if you guys are wondering how certain players are able to move around so gracefully, this is how. So make sure you guys change your button layout if you guys do not have paddles or don't play claw. Next up is my stick sensitivity. Now this kind of plays a small role when it comes to movement. It's not very important. You guys can have very smooth movement without a fast sense. So for those of you that think that you have to play on a really high sense just to be fast, you don't. You can actually move around really quickly with a low stick sensitivity. We're moving over to the gameplay section of the controller settings. You guys can see right here, automatic sprint. This is very important. This is probably the most important setting of them all. This is going to allow you to tactical sprint as soon as you move forward on your joystick. So what this setting does is basically, if you guys look in the controller cam, you guys are gonna see when I press down on L3, that's usually how you sprint. So you push down L3 to sprint, but you guys can see I can just tactical sprint without pushing down. It's not highlighting blue, which means I'm just tactical sprinting without pushing anything. Now this makes it really easy to slide cancel, move around. You guys can see I have to move around much quicker without having to press down every single time. So it's gonna make you a lot more snappier, and it's gonna make your equal childs a lot smoother. Now for the mantling mechanics, I recommend you guys just turn the grounded mantle off. I don't use it, and it's very annoying when you mantle over something when you're not trying to. If you're like fighting someone and you just want to jump, it's going to randomly make you mantle over an object that's close to you. So if you guys don't like that, I recommend you guys turn this off. But yeah, I usually turn all the mantling mechanics off for every game that I have the option to. So yeah, turn this off. And also down on the slide/dive behavior, I know in past videos I've actually said you want to have tap to dive on, but this was before they basically brought back slide canceling. So I recommend you guys either have tap to slide or slide only. Slide only is going to make it to where you can only slide and you cannot dive. So keep that in mind. If you guys want to still be able to dolphin dive and you have slide only on, no matter what you do, you will not be able to dolphin dive anymore. And in my opinion, dolphin diving is still kind of useful, especially when you want to duck and weave between points of cover in a really fast motion. So I use tap to slide. Do not have tap to dive on, and do not have dive only unless you guys just really want to miss out on one of the biggest movement mechanics, which is slide canceling. Now for your parachute auto redeploy, make sure you guys have this off. I see a lot of players that have this on, and I don't know why. This is a very good setting when it comes to getting loot really fast. You can open your parachute manually instead of relying on the game to open it, and you can get loot much faster. If you guys actually are trying to land on the rooftop and you open your parachute at the perfect time, you can literally land instantly instead of having to wait 10 seconds while everyone else is already getting guns. For the rest of these settings, these are all basically default, so you don't really need to change anything. I'm sure you guys' door bash is already set to on. But another setting I want to go over is your armor plate behavior. This is also really important. If you guys have this set to apply 1, it's going to make it to where every time you press triangle, for me I play on a PS5 controller, it's going to put on 1 plate at a time. I don't really recommend you guys use apply 1. I recommend you guys use apply all. This is going to allow you to sprint around and run around while putting on all your plates. And the plating speed in Modern Warfare 3 is much faster than it was in Warzone 1, so this is definitely a very good mechanic. Another really good mechanic is your interact and reload behavior. I recommend you guys set this to prioritize interact. This is going to make it to where when you open chests, or if you were to open a door, it's going to instantly just open it. It's not gonna have to hold anything. And on top of that, if you guys are trying to open a chest, not reload, it's going to interact with something first, then reload. So this can be a little bit controversial if you guys are in a gunfight, you're trying to reload and there's a bunch of loot around you and you don't want to pick it up. So just keep that in mind. If you're near loot, make sure you guys hold square or hold your reload button instead of just tapping it, or else it's going to basically just pick up a bunch of guns or items off the floor. Same principle when you're driving a car or riding in a car. If you guys want to reload in a car without leaving, just hold reload instead of tapping it. But those are the best movement settings you guys can use right now in Warzone 3. If you guys do try these out, let me know down in the comment section below. The developers are constantly adding really cool changes in additions to the game, so if there's any movement changes in the future, but you guys stay tuned to the channel to stay updated with any changes. I have a movement guide dropping really soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that as well. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and understanding always.
Drop in. Kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Get hunting. Squad is down. Stay alive to bring them back. You got reinforcements inbound. Map. Go get hunting. Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Fire sales over. Just right. Good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map. Go get hunting. Kill confirmed. We located the rest of them. Squad mates back on station. Good work. Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game. dropping into the AO. Surgeons has closed. No more second chance. Four remaining. Stay sharp. Gas is inbound. The safe zone is far from your location. Get moving, pronto. Be advised,